Welcome to my channel. Let me ask you something. Have you ever stayed silent in a room just because you didn't know how to say something in English? Have you ever smiled and nodded when deep inside you really wanted to speak but you just didn't have the right words? Or maybe, have you ever missed an opportunity, a job, a friendship, a conversation, simply because you couldn't express yourself in English? If yes, then you are not alone. I've been there too. I know the feeling of being lost in a conversation. I know how it feels when your heart is full of thoughts, but your mouth stays quiet because the right English words don't come. And I also know how powerful it feels when you finally say something in English, and someone understands you. That one moment can change everything. And that's why I'm making this video, to share how English changed my daily life. Not just for work or school, but for my mind, my confidence, my freedom. English is not just a subject. It's not just a skill. It's a bridge, a passport, a key. It helped me connect with people I never thought I could talk to. It helped me learn things I never thought I could understand. It helped me believe in myself again. Every single day I use English, in small ways, in big ways. And with time, I didn't just learn English. I started living in it, thinking in it, growing in it. So if you are someone who wants to make English a part of your life, not just your exams, then stay with me. Watch till the end. Because in this video I'll show you the 6 ways English became a part of my daily life, and how you can do the same. One small step at a time. One simple sentence at a time. Let's begin. Chapter 1. Waking up with English morning is not just the start of your day. It's the start of your energy, your thoughts, your mood, and your language. And in my life, the biggest change happened when I started waking up with English. Not in a classroom. Not with a grammar book. But in real, everyday moments. Simple things. Small habits. And yet, they built a strong English foundation that I carry with me throughout the day. When I first began learning English, I thought I needed to study for hours. I thought I needed to memorize big words or speak perfectly from day one. But I was wrong. What helped me most was something else. Something so simple I almost didn't believe it at first. It was starting my day in English. Just that one shift changed my mindset. And when your mindset changes, your whole life begins to change too. Let me show you how. Every morning, the first thing I used to do was check my phone. Before, I scrolled through social media in my own language. But one day I made a new rule. I said, if I want to speak English, I need to see English first. So I changed the language of my phone to English. Suddenly, I was reading words like messages, alarm, reminders, weather. Every day, without even trying, I started remembering these words. They became part of my world. No stress. No pressure. Just daily exposure. Then I started using my alarm to learn too. I set alarms with custom labels like, wake up and shine, today is a new chance, or speak one English sentence now. Imagine this. Before I even get out of bed, English is already talking to me. It's positive. It's simple. And it's powerful. After waking up, I go to brush my teeth. But I don't just think about my day. I speak in English, to myself. Maybe just one sentence. I feel fresh today. I will try my best. Today is a new day. These are small, gentle thoughts. You don't need grammar books for them. You don't need a teacher. You only need you. Because your brain is listening. And slowly it starts to think in English. During breakfast, I used to waste time on my phone. But now, I use that time to feed my brain. I play a short English video, maybe 1 to 2 minutes. A motivational speech. A daily English expression. A word of the day. I don't worry if I understand 100%. I just listen. And over time, my ears got used to the sound of English. Words started making sense. Phrases started sticking. My mornings became full of learning, without feeling like study time. Another thing I do in the morning is read one small motivational quote. In English, it could be something as short as "believe in yourself," or "you are stronger than you think." I say it out loud. I repeat it. I even write it down sometimes. That quote becomes my English focus of the day. And you know what? That one sentence gives me strength, both emotionally and linguistically. Let me be honest. At first, it felt a little strange. Talking to myself in English, repeating short phrases, watching videos when I didn't understand everything. But I kept going. Because deep inside, I knew small steps lead to big change. I didn't need to be perfect. I just needed to be consistent. And the result? After a few weeks, I noticed something amazing. I didn't have to translate in my head anymore. My first thoughts in the morning were naturally in English. And when that happened, when your brain wakes up in a new language, you know you're on the right path. So here's the truth. You don't need to wait for a classroom. You don't need expensive courses. Your best English teacher is your morning routine. Your phone. Your thoughts. Your mirror. Your breakfast time. These are your practice partners. And if you use these little moments wisely, they will build your confidence. Without fear, without judgment. Make your first 10 minutes of the day a small English practice. Say one line. Watch one video. Read one quote. That's it. Don't try to do everything. Just do something. Because when you start your day in English, your brain wakes up in English. And once your brain wakes up, it doesn't go back to sleep. This is how I made English a part of my daily life, starting from the very first moment I opened my eyes. And this is how you can start too. Chapter 2. Talking to the world. There's something magical about human connection. The moment when two people understand each other, even if they come from different places, speak different languages, or live completely different lives. And for me, English became the bridge to that magic. It helped me talk to the world. Not just in perfect grammar. Not with long, difficult sentences. But with courage. With simple words. With honesty. In the beginning, I was afraid to speak. I always thought, what if I make a mistake? Or, what if they laugh at my accent? I waited. I waited for the day I would speak English perfectly. But that day never came. Because the truth is, you don't need to be perfect to connect. You just need to be brave. One word is enough. One sentence is enough. English is not about impressing others. It's about expressing yourself. Let me share a moment that changed me. I was in an online group with people from different countries. Everyone was chatting in English. I saw so many messages and I wanted to reply, but I froze. I typed something, then deleted it. I was scared. But finally, I wrote just 4 words. Hello. I'm learning English. I clicked send. And what happened next surprised me. Someone replied, me too. Let's practice together. Another person wrote, you're doing great. That was the moment I realized, I don't need perfect English to be part of the conversation. I just need the courage to join. From that day, I started talking to the world, one small message at a time. You can do the same. Start by texting your friends in English. Just one sentence. Say, how are you today? Or, what did you eat for lunch? It doesn't have to be perfect. You're not writing an exam. You're making a connection. And that connection matters more than your grammar. I also began commenting on YouTube videos, especially English learning ones. I wrote things like, nice lesson, or, I'm learning this too. At first, my comments were simple. But people replied. They liked my courage. And slowly I started writing more. This video helped me speak with confidence. I like how the teacher explains the topic. These were not big, fancy sentences. But they were my sentences, from my heart, in English. Another habit I built was listening to English podcasts. But not just listening, responding. I would hear a question in the podcast, pause it, and answer out loud. For example, if the podcast host asked, "What's your favorite food?" I would say, "My favorite food is biryani." I know it sounds small, but it helped me talk even when no one was around. And every time I answered out loud, I felt more comfortable using English in real life. One of my biggest fears was talking to strangers in English. What if I couldn't understand them? What if they didn't understand me? But one day I had no choice. I was in a market and needed help. I said, "Excuse me, where is the pharmacy?" The person replied slowly and I understood. I smiled and said, "Thank you." That was it. Just a simple exchange. But I felt proud, not because I said something perfect, but because I said something. That's the power of English. It opens doors. It helps you talk to the world. Whether you're speaking to someone on the street, writing a message to a friend, or joining an online group, English is the tool that connects you. And guess what? Most people don't care if your English is perfect. They care if you're trying. They care about your effort, your sincerity, your desire to connect. There will be moments of fear. You will forget words. You will make mistakes. But that's okay. Because mistakes mean you're learning. And every time you try again, you grow a little more. One day you'll look back and say, "I used to be afraid, but now I speak without fear." So don't wait to be perfect. Start talking now. Text in English. Comment in English. Think in English. Speak to strangers. Speak to yourself. Speak to the world. Because every time you open your mouth in English, you're opening a door to a new connection. This is how English became a part of my daily life, by helping me talk to the world one brave sentence at a time. Chapter 3. Learning something new every day. Let me tell you something that changed my entire way of thinking about English. For a long time, I treated English like a subject. Like math. Like history. Something I had to study. Something that was separate from real life. But the truth is, English is not just a subject. It's a key. A powerful key that opens the door to almost everything in today's world. One day, I wanted to learn how to make a heart shape in a cup of coffee art. I didn't know where to start. I searched online and guess what? Almost all the videos were in English. At first, I thought, maybe I should wait until I understand more English before watching. But something in me said, try anyway. So I did. I watched a short video. The person spoke fast, but I watched carefully. I listened. I repeated the words. Milk froth. Pour slowly. Center of the cup. I didn't understand every word, but I understood the meaning. I tried again. And again. And then. I made it. My first heart-shaped coffee. In that moment, I realized something powerful. English was not just helping me pass an exam. It was helping me create something. It was helping me learn a new skill. And suddenly, my mindset changed forever. Now, I see English everywhere. Every tutorial I watch, every recipe I try, every tool I learn, it's all in English. Whether I'm learning how to fix a phone, design a poster, write a blog, or even understand world news, I'm learning through English. It's no longer about studying English. It's about using English to study life. Let me give you a few more examples. One day my phone stopped working. I panicked. But instead of going to a repair shop, I searched phone not turning on YouTube in English. I watched a few short videos. I listened carefully. I learned new words like reboot, battery drain, factory reset. Then I followed the steps and fixed my phone. It was a small success, but it gave me huge confidence. Because I solved a real problem, in English. Another time, I was curious about starting a small online business. I had no idea where to begin. But again, I turned to English videos. I watched one person explain how to sell handmade items. Another talked about using social media. Another showed how to create a free website. And just like that, I had a full business lesson, for free, all in English. That's when I truly saw the value. English is not just a language. It's an education. Even simple things like reading the back of a product, understanding a new app, or setting up a profile, they all happen in English. Think about it. Most instructions, most help centers, most settings, they're written in English. And once you start paying attention, you'll see that every day is an English class if your curiosity is alive. And you don't need to understand everything 100%. That's the beauty of learning. It's okay to pause. It's okay to rewind. It's okay to Google words. What matters is that you keep going. Keep learning. Keep asking, how does this work? Or, what does this mean? Because every time you ask a question in English and find the answer, you grow, not just in knowledge but in language. The best part? You can make English your personal teacher. You choose the topic. You choose the style. You choose the speed. Want to learn how to cook a new dish? Watch a cooking video in English. Want to learn how to exercise at home? Find an English fitness trainer online. Want to improve your mindset? Listen to a motivational podcast. There is no limit to what you can learn if you use English as your tool. And don't worry about making it perfect. You don't need a classroom. You don't need a test. All you need is a phone, internet, and a curious mind. That's it. English will take care of the rest. So if someone asks me, how do you practice English every day? I say, I don't practice English. I live in English. I cook in English. I fix things in English. I explore new ideas in English. And that's how I learn something new every single day, not just about the world but about the language too. This is how English became a tool in my daily life. It's not just the subject I studied in school. It's the key I use to unlock my passions, solve my problems, and feed my curiosity. And once you start using English this way, with excitement and interest, you'll never feel bored or stuck again. Because every day becomes your classroom. And the world becomes your teacher. Chapter 4. Facing real-life problems in English. Let's be honest. Learning English in a classroom is one thing. But using English in real life, especially in stressful situations, is something else. It's scary. It's uncomfortable. Your hands shake. Your voice trembles. Your mind goes blank. You feel like people are watching, judging. I felt that. I've lived it. But those real-life moments, the difficult ones, are where your confidence is truly built. In fact, the most powerful English lessons I ever had didn't come from a book. They came from real problems. I remember a moment that changed everything for me. I was feeling unwell and had to visit a pharmacy in a new city. The people there spoke English, but I was afraid. I thought, what if I say the wrong word? What if they don't understand me? What if I forget everything I've learned? But then I took a deep breath and said just one sentence, I need help. Please speak slowly. That one sentence saved me. The pharmacist smiled, nodded, and helped me find the medicine I needed. That moment wasn't just about getting medicine. It was about learning that even simple English gives you power. And that's what this chapter is all about. Facing real-life problems in English and learning that you are stronger than you think. There was another time I needed to fill out an online bank form. All the instructions were in English. I felt stuck, confused. But instead of giving up, I used my tools. I translated the words I didn't know. I watched a YouTube tutorial explaining how to fill bank forms. I took it step by step, line by line. And guess what? I did it on my own. No help. That's when I realized something powerful. English gives you independence. Think about this. You want to book a ticket online, but the website is in English. You want to ask for directions while traveling. You want to email your teacher or employer. You want to read a product label before buying something important. All of these are real-world problems that need English. And when you can handle them even with basic English, it feels like winning a battle. One of the hardest things I had to do was write a formal email in English. I wanted to apply for a course, but I had to send a message to the teacher. I wrote the sentence, "Dear sir, I am interested in your class. Please tell me more." I read it again and again. I doubted every word, but I clicked send. And the reply came back with a warm message, "Thank you for your interest. I'd be happy to help." That simple email taught me more than any grammar lesson. It taught me that it's okay to be nervous, just don't let fear stop you. You see, most of us are waiting to be fluent before we face the real world. But the real world won't wait. So we must start now with whatever English we have. Even if it's just 3 words. Even if we stutter. Even if we make mistakes. Because every time we speak in a real situation, no matter how small, we grow stronger. We prove to ourselves that we can survive. We can ask. We can understand. We can respond. Here's another story. A friend of mine wanted to return a product she bought online. The website was in English and she didn't know what to do. She asked me for help and I guided her through the process. We read the return policy, wrote a short message. "I received the wrong item. I would like to return it." And sent it. She got a reply, returned the item, and received her refund. After that, she told me, "I feel powerful. I feel like I can handle anything now." That's the power of English in the real world. It's not just about speaking fluently. It's about solving problems. So if you're afraid to speak at the bank, the pharmacy, or the post office, it's okay. But try anyway. Learn a few useful phrases. Practice saying, "Can you repeat that please?" Or, "I don't understand. Can you help me?" These phrases are your tools. Use them. Keep them in your pocket like little keys, keys that open real doors in real situations. The more you use English in hard moments, the more your fear disappears. And soon you'll find yourself saying things you never thought you could say. Doing things you never thought you could do. All because you didn't run away from the challenge. English becomes more than a language in these moments. It becomes a survival skill. A weapon. A friend. And every time you survive a problem using English, no matter how small, your confidence grows 10 times bigger. So don't wait for the perfect moment. The perfect sentence. The perfect grammar. The world is full of real situations, and every one of them is a chance to grow. Step into the fear. Face the problem. Speak your truth. Even if it's not perfect, because the moment you stop waiting and start speaking is the moment English becomes real. And so does your growth. Chapter 5. Building Dreams with English. This chapter is personal. It's powerful. Because now we're not just talking about daily routines or real-life problems. We're talking about something deeper, your dream. Your big, beautiful dream. That picture you carry in your heart. That life you want to live. And how English, not as a subject, not as an exam, but as a tool, can help you build that dream step by step. Let me start by telling you something important. English is not the dream. The dream is yours. Maybe you want to be a teacher. Or a traveler. Maybe you want to start your own business, work online, write a book, or make videos. That's the real goal. But English? English is the bridge. It connects you to that dream. It gives you access to people, to knowledge, to places you never thought you could reach. I remember a time when I wanted to apply for a job online. It was a small freelance job, helping someone edit a document. The ad was in English. The instructions were in English. The interview was in English. At that moment I felt fear again. I thought, my English is not perfect. What if I mess up? But then I told myself something simple. You don't need perfect English. You just need to be clear. Be honest. Be brave. So I applied. I wrote a short message. Hi. I would like to help you with this project. I have experience and I'm learning English every day. Please let me know how I can help. That was it. No big words. No complicated grammar. Just me showing up. And guess what? I got the job. That small step led to another job and then another. Slowly I started building my freelance life, not with perfect English but with real effort. And that's what building your dream looks like. It's not about showing off. It's about showing up. English opened so many doors for me. I joined online communities where people from different countries shared ideas. I watched videos from teachers around the world. I read blogs and tutorials on things I wanted to learn, how to make better videos, how to grow on YouTube, how to teach online. All of it in English. Without English, I couldn't access that information. But with even a little English, the whole world opened up. I also made friends. Real friends. From India, Brazil, the Philippines, Canada, Turkey, all through simple English conversations. We shared culture, knowledge, and kindness. We helped each other grow. And I learned something beautiful. You don't need the same background or language to be friends. You only need the willingness to connect. And English gives you that connection. There was a time when I wanted to create a YouTube channel. I was nervous. I thought, how can I make videos in English? What if I sound silly? What if people don't understand me? But then I remembered why I wanted to do it. I wanted to inspire. I wanted to help others who were just like me, learning, struggling, trying. And once I focused on the purpose, the fear became smaller. My first video was not perfect. My accent was strong. My grammar had mistakes. But it was real. And real is powerful. People watched. People commented. They said, thank you. I feel the same. That's when I truly believed, you don't have to wait to be perfect to start. You only have to start. Maybe your dream is different. Maybe you want to study abroad. Work for an international company. Travel the world. Publish a book. Become an artist. Whatever your dream is, remember this. You don't need advanced English to begin. You need brave English. Honest English. Purposeful English. Don't focus on fluency. Focus on freedom. The freedom to express yourself. The freedom to ask questions, to learn, to share your ideas with the world. That's what English gives you. That's why it's worth learning, not just for exams but for dreams. There's one sentence that stayed with me through my journey. It gave me strength when I felt stuck. I want to share it with you now. I didn't want to become perfect in English. I just wanted to speak well enough to build my dream, and that was enough. And it truly was. Because once I believed that, I stopped comparing myself to others. I stopped waiting for the perfect time. I stopped being ashamed of my mistakes. I just started building. Brick by brick. Word by word. Step by step. And now it's your turn. What is your dream? What do you want to do? Not someday but today. Think about that dream. Write it down. Speak it out loud. And now ask yourself, how can English help me get there? Use English as your tool. Use it to learn, to connect, to grow. Don't worry about being perfect. Worry about staying silent. Because your dream deserves your voice, and English can carry that voice across the world. You're not just learning a language, you're building your future. One sentence at a time. Chapter 6. Ending the day with English. As the sun goes down and the world becomes quiet, something magical happens. The noise fades, the pressure melts away, and we finally get a moment to breathe. For me, this moment, the end of the day, became one of the most powerful times to connect with English. Not as a student, not as a speaker, but as a human. Tired, honest, reflective, and open. Because how you end your day matters. It shapes your sleep, your thoughts, and your next morning. And when I started ending my days in English, I began to see deep emotional growth. Not just in language, but in life. There was a time when I used to close the day with worry. I would lie in bed overthinking everything. Did I do enough? Will I ever speak English fluently? Why did I make that mistake? My mind was loud, full of self-doubt and stress. But slowly I changed that routine. I began to end the day with English in a peaceful, kind way. It started small, one motivational video before sleep. I searched English motivation and found a speaker who said just what I needed to hear. You are doing better than you think. Keep going. That voice stayed in my mind all night. And in the morning, I woke up with more courage. That's the first way English became part of my evening. Listening. I made a rule: no negative thoughts before bed. Only calm, inspiring English audio. Some nights, I listened to guided meditations. Other nights, short bedtime stories. Sometimes just a soft English podcast with relaxing music. The goal wasn't to learn perfectly. It was to let my brain relax in English. And slowly I realized something amazing. When your brain hears peaceful English before sleep, it keeps that rhythm during rest. You don't just learn while awake. You learn while sleeping too. Another habit I created was journaling in English before bed. Nothing complicated. Just 1 or 2 sentences. I wrote things like, "Today I tried my best. I spoke English at the grocery store. I learned a new word, patience." These were small reflections, but they helped me end the day with clarity. I wasn't focused on mistakes anymore. I was focused on progress. And writing those thoughts in English made them feel even more real. It was like my brain was saying, yes, this is who I am now. I think and feel in English. Sometimes I would talk to myself softly before sleeping. Just whispering. 1 or 2 lines, "I'm proud of myself today." Or, "I'm excited to keep learning tomorrow." This self-talk in English helped me build trust with myself. It felt like a quiet promise, a gentle reminder that I'm growing slowly but surely, and that even if the day was hard, I was still learning, still trying, still moving forward. One of the most emotional reflections I ever had came after a very difficult day. I had made a mistake while speaking to someone in English and I felt embarrassed. I didn't want to practice anymore. But that night, instead of shutting down, I decided to do something different. I lit a candle, put on soft English music, and wrote 1 sentence in my journal. I started the day in fear. I end the day in gratitude. And English helped me through. That sentence changed something inside me. It reminded me that this journey is not about perfection. It's about presence, effort, patience. That even the hard days are part of the process. And if I can go to bed feeling thankful, not for being perfect but for being brave, then I'm winning. And now I want to share this with you. If you want to build a real, emotional connection with English, try ending your day with it. Don't make it hard. Just listen to one kind voice. Write 1 honest sentence. Say 1 peaceful phrase. Make English your friend at night. A quiet, calming presence. Something that holds your hand as you fall asleep. Because when you end your day in English, something powerful happens. You stop seeing it as homework. You start seeing it as a part of you. Not just a language, not just a skill, but a companion, a mirror, a soft voice that says, "You did well today. Let's try again tomorrow." English can be stressful when we chase it, but it becomes beautiful when we live with it, breathe with it, sleep with it. This is not about pushing harder. It's about letting go, trusting the process, allowing your brain and heart to rest in a new language that's slowly becoming yours. So tonight, as you close your eyes, don't think about your mistakes. Don't think about the long road ahead. Think about your journey, your growth, your small wins. Let your last thought be in English, even just one kind word. And trust that your brain is still learning even as you sleep. This is how I end my day. With peace, with purpose, with English. And it has changed everything. Now it's your turn. This video was more than just a guide. It was a journey. From waking up in English to facing real-life challenges, from learning new things to building your dream and ending the day with peace, you saw how English can touch every part of life. Not as a school subject, but as a habit, a mindset, a partner. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to start and stay consistent. But watching this video is only the first step. The real change happens when you take action. Right now, write just one sentence in the comments. It can be small, it can be simple, but let it come from you. Say, I use English every day. Say, English is part of my life now. Say, I'm building my dream. Say anything, I will read it. I will reply. I will support you. This is how learning becomes living. This is how a habit becomes transformation. And if this video helped you even a little, don't keep it to yourself. Like this video. Subscribe to the channel. Share it with someone who's just starting, someone who feels stuck, or someone who still believes they can't do it. You are not alone. You are not behind. You are right where you need to be. We're learning together. Step by step. Day by day. And this is just the beginning. See you in the next one.